a lot of uncertainty as we head into the high banks of Bristol Motor Speedway this week. Not a whole lot of testing. The most that's actually even been run on this track is the qualifying. So we don't know what to expect, but the unexpected. So make sure those belts are buckled twice, boys. Great weather in this late afternoon Bristol race. Right now, let's get down to the track for our race in. All right, here we go. Here's the cars that qualified from 16th on to the back. In the 08, Lenny Rogers. In the 9, Casey Kane. Al Pastor in 92. Matt Kenseth in 17. The third row in the 37, Jeremy Mayfield. Next to him in the 97, Kurt Busch. And in the outside row, last row, we got in the 45, Dr. OBGYN. And the 21, Buddy Baker. Don't forget, one lap shootout. Whoever wins this race goes on as the 16th qualifying car. Let's do it. All right, Casey Kane uses the high line, gets past Lenny Rogers for the win in the one-lap race-in shootout. He will be the last qualifying car in. Al Pastor picks up the very first wreck in NOS history. Gets knocked off the track, gets tangled up with the 17 and the 37. And the other developmental driver, OBGYN, also went off the track. Dr. OBGYN. He went off the track, but stays on all fours, so to speak. He will continue, but Al Pastor's day ends early. All right, here we go. Segment 1 should be a good one. In the pole, the 14 car, Tony Stewart. Next to him with a huge qualifying effort and a new paint scheme this week, Hunter Swolf. In row 2, his teammate, the 43, Roman Toretto. That's 2/3 of Carrera's 782. And Tony Stewart's teammate in the 2, they make up Tony's stable, with Matt Kenseth being the 3rd. So a couple teammates, see what happens in this one. Let's do it. All right, we're dropping the green flag. Hunter Swift off. Whoa! Huge wreck going around the first turn. As if there's another turn. Stewart and Roman Toretto taken out. Unbelievable. Not quite sure what happened there. Both of them on the inside lane. That's tough luck right there for both cars. And just like that, after the first lap, we're down to 2 cars. Hunter Swolf and Rusty Wallace. All right, Hunter Swolf moving on to his very first main event. Rusty Wallace will be racing in the 2nd, thanks to, in part to that wreck we had earlier with Stewart and Roman Toretto. All right, that should be a pretty good segment here. We got 3 cars in the top 10 points. We got Darrell Waltrip riding pole position. Next to him in the 28, Kenny Irwin. In the 99, Carl Edwards. And the 19, Casey Atwood. Let's do it. All right, that might have been our best segment up to date. Back and forth racing, cars loose, coming through the turns. Carl Edwards went from 3rd to start the segment to 1st after the first lap, but then faded back. Darrell Waltrip almost caught up back with Kenny Irwin, but Kenny Irwin gets his first segment win, and he is on to the main event. All right, not quite sure what to think of this heat. And a pole in the 44 is the fastest car, definitely in this 4-car field here, Al Imoni. Next to him, Scott Riggs in the 10. You got Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 8. And a very poor qualifying effort by Russ Wheeler. Let's see if he can stick to that inside instead of going high like he used to do, even in the movie, to block cold trickle. Let's do it. That is not good news for the dinner table of Al Imoni. The number 2 car in points Not sure what happened going around that turn. That seems to be a trouble turn. Wasn't in qualifying, but here it is race day, and it turns out to be a problem for a few cars so far. Here we are in segment 3, 3 cars to go. Let's do it. Well, Russ Wheeler not having luck with that high line. He did make the pass in lap 3, stays high in lap 4, but Scott Riggs gets around him and gets the victory here in segment 3. Scott Riggs joining Kenny Irwin, his teammate, back in black ink, going to the main event. Alright, fourth and final segment should be a good one. We have our points leader in the 01, Guy Oteen, in the pole position. We're seeing our first look this season of Jeff Gordon in the 24. Is really putting All-American Racing on the map. And in the inside row, lane 2, Kyle Busch. So far kind of been a little bit of a disappointment this season. And Kasey Kahne, the racing car 16. Let's do it. Alright, good segment there. As you can see, coming in lap 1, Jeff Gordon almost got the pass on Oteen. As you can see, they're very close. But after that, after lap 2, it was Oteen all the way, even though the other 3 cars tried to team up, get a line going. Kyle Busch wrecks at the end, but stays on his tires, so he'll advance. Guy Oteen, his second straight main event. Alright, we got the non-qualifiers race, 1 lap shootout. Everybody but Al Pastor, remember, he wrecked in the race-in race. So the 08 on the pole for this one. Let's do it. All right, Lenny Rogers takes it home in the non-qualifier race. Mayfield and the doc, Dr. OBGYN, cut up in a pretty good wreck. This is the finishing order for your non-qualifiers. Here's some of the other cars that wrecked, and we're going to get to where their official standings are. They're going to be a little bit different. They're kind of further in the back, but ahead of the non-qualifiers. Now, here's the only 2 fourth place cars racing against each other in a 1-lap shootout with 2 cars. Kyle Busch in the 5, Casey Atwood in the 19. Let's do it. All right, Atwood starts strong. Kyle Busch finishes strong. Gets the win in this 4th race. Moving on to the 3rds now. We got Carl Edwards in the 99, Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 8, and Kasey Kahne in the 9. All right, a heck of a run by Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the outside. Gets him the victory here in the 3rd race. And we're moving on to the 2nds. We got Darrell Waltrip in the 88, Jeff Gordon in the 24, Rusty Wallace in the 2, and Russ Wheeler in the 18. Let's do it. Wow, great run by Jeff Gordon, who got a lot of help from Russ Wheeler. However, on the inside, Darrell Waltrip could not get up to speed and wipes out going into the corner. Unreal. All right, it's main event time. And in a interesting decision here, the 01 is going to start the pole on the outside. Pole sitter has the option of starting inside or outside, and the way things are going on the inside lane, the 01 going to the outside. So Hunter Swolf will start on the inside, 94. And then the back in black ink teammates in the 28, Kenny Irwin, and in the 10, Scott Riggs. Let's do it. Wow, unbelievable. Look at the 94 and the 01. And look at Hunter Swolf hanging in there with the 01. Initially, I thought maybe they had contact, but no. Something with that bottom portion having problems with today. And look at Guy Oteen out of control. And he wrecks before he reaches the finish line. So once they cross the finish line on laps, if they wreck after that, they're still in the race. But his wreck started before the finish line. Big wreck. He's out. Hoyer-Swolf is out. We are left with the 2 teammates to battle it out in a 2-lap shootout. The 28 Kenny Irwin and the 10 Scott Riggs. Unreal. All right, nice 2-lap shootout. The teammates, Kenny Irwin giving Scott Riggs room to race. Good 2-lap shootout there. The teammates go 1-2. Scott Riggs gets the victory. He drives the number 10 Valvoline Nickelback car into the winner's circle. Great win. All right, nobody could have predicted the 10 car would win, except for maybe Fasig Ben, the only YouTuber and the very first time racing on this channel, but the only YouTuber to pick the 10 car. Congratulations. Great day for Scott Riggs in the 10 car. Great day for Back in Black Inc. as they go 1-2. And at this time, as they're enjoying the win in Victory Circle, let's go through the final results of today's race at Bristol. All right, what an up and down day, man. We saw some cars get banged up, but great win for Scott Riggs and a great team day for Back in Black Inc. Great day for Hoyer-Swolf, Jeff Gordon, Russ Wheeler. Some not so great days for some others, but the points are starting to shape up, and we're one race away from the halfway point, which will be our all-star race. So the top 10 in points will be guaranteed a spot as of right now in the all-star race. We thank everybody for watching. Comment down below what you think of the race and how things went today. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you at the next one.